The weather is wonderful. We couldn't ask for better weather today.
And there we see one of the floats here, the first GASPEREAU scouting movement. On top of the crane truck that's going by, and the scouts, they're no strangers to putting in a little bit of elbow grease to get something ready.
Oh no, it's a great for anyone to get involved in scouting, any youth to get involved. They have great programs for them. They're getting a recognition as they go through here. And they are the first community float, the first GASPEREAU scouting one, sorry, the second community float. And way to go, Scouts, have a fun day. That's from one of the judges. And I'm sure they are having an exciting day today.
As you can see, if you look up both sides of the street, they're 6, 7, 8 people deep at times. And when you get into the downtown core area of Kentville, sometimes those numbers can be like 8 or 10 deep. And people, you know, make their way into the downtown Kentville area and along the parade route from the village of Minas. Really when the children's parade gets going, usually mid-morning, and once they find a place to sit down, that's where they are for about 5 or 6 hours.
They stay from about 9 a.m. till this is over sometime, probably about 4. So it's a long day, but an exciting day for them to be a part of this. And looks like this may be the Kentville Masonic Lodge coming up.
They have some walkers, and the walkers have decided to take a little break.
And I can understand why.
It is a long route, no question.
And they're waving to us as they go by.
Kentville Masonic Lodge. And in the distance, you see a transit bus. A familiar sight in the Annapolis Valley.
King's Transit. And welcome to the Apple Blossom Festival. You know, I see those all over King's, and they have those on all their buses, which is great to see that they support the official launch to Nova Scotia tourism. Isn't that what we're saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we've decided
We've decided, yes, absolutely.
And King's Transit, you know, I guess you think about, you know, a city or a metro market having transit buses. It's not an unfamiliar sight to see a transit bus between Hants County and Digby County every day.
Exactly. And look, they even have room to put your bike on the front. Not your bike. You wouldn't have a bike. No. You have the little scooter bikes.
Well, mine has to be motorized.
Motorized bikes.
Anything with pedaling is too much work for me.
How about a car? And there we have, is that Yarmouth?
This would be the Seafest.
Seafest, yeah, I believe it is. The reigning Seafest queen.
And that's Ariel Smith. She's a 20-year-old daughter of Sandra and Calvin Smith of Yarmouth County. And Ariel is going to Acadia University, member of the Acadia women's varsity basketball team. They had a great season. The Seafest Festival's theme for this year is Generations by the Sea. And you know, you talked earlier, or you did, talking about all of the generations here in the Annapolis Valley. You think about agriculture, and really the equivalent on the East Coast is the Seacoast.
Absolutely. And the Seafest has been, we have shared judges back and forth with the Seafest, and it too is another great and wonderful event. So, and there's a lot of connection here with Acadia University through the princesses as well as the youth going through, connection to Acadia, which is a big part of festival for us. And I know, Len, you're familiar with Coronation,
Absolutely.
having hosted that with us for several years.
And the Coronation always at University Hall at Acadia, and Acadia a great supporter of the Annapolis Valley Apple Blossom Festival. And our next entry coming into view, a number of people that are in, well, they have a great seat.
They do. They're sitting down, and looks like we may hear a band. Is that the Red Cross band? Is that who we're looking at?
I'm thinking they've decided to take a little break here from their playing, but our fingers crossed. They look like they might be warming up. And
I think they are.
This is the King's Community Concert Band that you're getting a chance to enjoy.
They sound very good. And this is a familiar icon to us, our mascot. This is Dandy Apple. And he looks like a dandy, doesn't he?
He's Dandy. The kids obviously love dandies. You can see some of them running out from the side and getting a chance to see Dandy. Dandy's always smiling.
Dandy is always smiling. We love to have Dandy smiling. The kids love him.
And right behind Dandy Apple, the Kentville Service Center, the Red Cross, helping hands across the street or across the world, mobilizing the power of humanity in our communities. There's the Red Cross Kentville Service Center. They're actually located in the Kentville Industrial Park with an office there. And amazing, some of the services that the Red Cross provide. I think oftentimes you think of catastrophes and what they do, but I know I've spoken to people with the Red Cross and just some of the things that you take for granted, equipment, things that people need to live day to day, things that they can rent out or help the people in need with. You really, if you ever have a chance, drop by the Canadian Red Cross office near you and just see some of the programs and things that they can offer.
And they too did win a Second Service Club Award for, and the comment from the judges was, love the kayak and the sunscreen. No sunscreen needed today, but we love kayaks. And going through there is Boston Pizza.
Boston Pizza with a restaurant in the village of New Minas with their promotional vehicles. The 79th Annapolis Valley Apple Blossom Festival Grand Street Parade. There's Axman Construction.
And landscaping, and I could use some of that at my home this year.
And it's funny that the gentleman that runs that particular company is a former Acadia Axman hockey player, Josh Dill.
And that hence would be the name Axman. Construction, or landscape and construction, yes.
And a vehicle going through, promoting an event coming up at the exhibition grounds in August, Ridgefest 2. And some music being played.
And we can see our police going down the side, just keep the crowds in place again.
And with any parade, sometimes you get little lulls here and there, and
people want to walk.
People want to walk,
and sometimes it's great to make sure that they don't get too far out in the road so that they get hit or anything like that, and it's never happened. In 79 years, it's been always very safe. But because we have such proud partnerships with the Kentville Police as well as the Halifax Police and the RCMP. And who do we have waving at us now? Driving in style. We have someone running by.
We're going to get into the Army life here. A mascot that's decided that wants to take the easy way through this route.